Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen. How the hell are you all doing today? Welcome back to the podcast. I am Johnny No Cash, and you are listening to a brand new episode of Life with Johnny No Cash. And right away, I gotta mention my voice. I blew it out a few days back doing some vocals. I definitely overdid it, and I hadn't sang like that, like with that much force in a long time, especially for that period of time, singing hours and hours and hours, and I just overdid it and I blew it out. So if you're wondering, I ain't sick. It's just my voice is in a bit of a recovery mode at the moment, so I hope it's not too annoying. I hope it doesn't sound like a lawnmower hit a rock, but if you can bear with it, right on. Let's get into it. Second of all, I gotta mention that I actually had a full episode ready for upload on time. However, something happened to me on Wednesday night. Something real fucked up. And I decided, it's fresh. I may as well just combine it with everything I did discuss in the unuploaded version. So I apologize if this is about 4 days late, but it's just the way it goes. So make sure you hit that notification bell when a random episode is uploaded, because I am definitely not on a schedule. If something comes up, I might delay it, or who knows, sometimes I might release 2 episodes in a week. You really just don't know. So be sure to follow and subscribe and hit that notification bell for when I randomly upload a podcast. So thank you so much for bearing with me over the last 9 months. I've been doing this podcast now for 9 fucking months. That's crazy to think, I had no idea that doing a podcast would be that much fun and that much interactive with you guys. It's been an incredible time. Now, as you know, I did mention that something really fucked up happened to me on Wednesday night. And I'm going to not only discuss that, but the whole lead up to it. And then, of course, because life plays such strange games with us, a twist of fate that happened to me on Thursday morning. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm living in a van playing outlaw tunes. Life with Johnny No Cash. Smoking them smokes and drinking that booze. Life with Johnny No Cash. Where I go, how the fuck don't know. I'm off the grid on dusty roads. There ain't no better way of eating beans. So, I am currently just outside of Port Alberni on this incredible mountaintop plateau. I'm not on the top of the mountain, but there's like this incredible little ledge that is just for camping. The only thing here is a clearing and a massive fire pit. And I'll tell you, this has been one of the greatest spots I've been in a long time. And especially coming from that pet cemetery a week and a half ago, this is night and fucking day. I've got this incredible view of the lake, this beautiful fire pit, lots of room. And of course, because I'm down an old logging road, there's tons of wood. And I've been having a fire pretty much every single night. It's just been great getting outside, being active, and even doing something as little as building a fire. There's a level of accomplishment. I know it's simple, and I know everybody can do it, but it's one of those things that if you get up first thing in the morning and you start chopping wood and you get that fire going, it feels good. It's like that first little bit of serotonin. And it feels like you've slightly accomplished something. Now the day is under your wings and you can do whatever the hell you want. So it's been a big fucking contrast from, the places I've been since I've talked to you guys last. I was at that pet cemetery area. The next spot I found was kind of this dump and shooting range. The spot after that, which is not too far from where I am right now, it's only about a quarter kilometer away, and it was an incredible place. Beautiful lookout right on the water, because I'm definitely elevated. I'm probably about a quarter mile up from the lake as we speak. But this was right on the water, beautiful lookout. It was also off the road, so the problem with it is the traffic, the logging roads and things, or the logging trucks. You'd hear them barreling down every 15 minutes or so. A little invasive. That's all fine and dandy, But the problem with the fucking place was the garbage. Now I'm going to go on a small rant here. I had a bear come up to my van and start shaking it at 3 o'clock in the morning. And not because my van looked tasty, but because there was so much household waste that was just dumped there. I'm not talking about, fucking bed frame or an old washing machine. I'm talking garbage bags of like cracker boxes, pop cans, shit like that. So for the love of God, guys, if you're going camping, I know it sucks having a bag of nasty ass garbage in your car, your van or whatever, but please take your trash with you. I'm not really even worried about the bears, rubbing up against the van. I don't care about that. They're just curious. What I do care about is somebody reporting that bears are in the area and then they get shot or put down because of this. So you guys can technically save a bear's life by just bringing your garbage home. I don't mean to, sound like some fucking, nature nerd, but for the love of God, guys, like it's, somebody actually told me that 17 bears were shot last year due to this exact reason. So, let's do us all a favor, do the bears a favor, and take your garbage home with you. It's pretty cool, though, actually, having like something that size rub up against the van and pushing it back and forth. I was fucking at 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I wasn't sure if a tsunami was coming or what, but it was pretty interesting. First time that's happened. But I ended up moving away from this spot because, not just the bears, but the garbage was nasty. I had this incredible view, but there was bags and bags and bags of garbage, and they're all tore up because of the animals and whatnot. I would have cleaned it up myself, but I don't have garbage bags. I just have these small little kind of grocery bags. So, man, just do us all a favor and take your garbage home. And the spot I'm at now, I just ended up moving up here. Beautiful fucking place. Couldn't be happier. And that's exactly what this lifestyle is just hunting for that perfect spot. Hunting for a place you can call home for a day or a week or who knows how long you want to stay there. As long as you want. Worst case scenario, if somebody tells you to move and you're on Crown land, you just have to move a few hundred meters away and you're good. So it's good to know that there is a backup if need be. So things have been interesting, guys. As I mentioned with my voice, I've been working a lot on music, and I am going to be releasing, you're going to hear it here first because I'm not going to be talking about this on Instagram or on Facebook quite yet, but I am releasing a brand new single. This is extremely relevant with what's going on in the world today, and I originally was going to have this on the album, but I figured, you know what? This is what's going on right now. It is relevant. I'm going to get this mixed and mastered and put it out there. So you guys heard it first. You have a brand new Johnny No Cash song coming at you very soon. And I'm really, really proud of this. This is kind of the direction that I've been wanting to go. It's a lot bigger than it ever has sounded before. My guitarist, Memphis Reigns from the Celtic Outlaws, he's helping me out with this. And I got to give him a huge shout out for that. He's just been a huge help to me in my continuation of a solo artist. So thank you so much for all your hard work, Memphis. You have been an incredible friend, an incredible colleague. So brand new song. I just heard the first mix yesterday and I am stoked. I'm really happy about it. It's pissed off. It's got a ton of melody in it. It's got big fucking choirs. It is cool. So I hope you do keep a lookout for a brand new song coming soon. Now, of course, that's I've been excited, like sometimes you get in this stagnant state and I just feel very, very happy and excited that I got something fresh for you. Now, that being said, now that I've been in Port Alberni, something fucked up happened. And that's what I'm getting at in today's episode. So I don't know a lot of people, living out here, living off the grid, you're completely alone. Unless you're staying in town in a parking lot, you might get to meet some people. And especially the older you get, it's so much harder to find friends. You're going to notice that, kids, any young folks listening to this, it's a lot more difficult to meet people and meet friends when you get older. So I'm in town. I'm really enjoying the place. It's kind of like a 60s vibe. Big, wide streets and no skyscrapers, nothing like that. I think the town's only got about 19,000 people or something like that. So it's a tiny, cute little town. And everyone is so fucking nice. I was doing laundry and I didn't have any money on me at the time. I just thought I could pay with my debit. And the owner just gave me a bunch of quarters and said, yeah, pay me another time. And then when he asked me if I needed some soap, and I replied with yes, this old lady was like, oh, you can use some of my soap there, young lad. And I was like, fuck, man, how fucking nice is this? And everybody in the town was just like saying hello. It was kind of like Pleasantville. It was fucked up. I was wondering what they put in the water because everyone was just so nice, accommodating. I was looking for a new bolo tie, and every shop I went into that didn't have one was recommending their competitors' shops. It was so cool. Just something very rare. This shit doesn't happen in big cities, I don't find. So that was a nice kind of breath of fresh air. However, I met this guy. He's into music, and we were talking about potentially collaborating together. And I went over to his studio, and that's really cool. Like I said, I don't know anybody, so when people reach out and I reach out, and we end up kind of coming together and figuring out that we have some common interests. We're talented in a certain degree, and we could potentially work together, partner up for something, whether it's a single, a song, a record, a fucking huge business deal, who knows, like that. It's just all about the old school networking way. And, yeah, I mean, incredible studio, incredible stuff, pretty decent fella, got fucking shit-faced, slept in his driveway. Everything was cool, okay? Everything was cool for the most part. Now, I have never had this shit happen to me unless it's online. People will tell you off, or people will be rude or whatever. But I ended up going over there on Wednesday night. I think the overall goal was to discuss a collaboration and kind of figure out where we both sat, how we could work together, what the best way of executing this would be. Well, I show up. I got my beers. Everything's fine. He made a fucking 7-layer dip. His girlfriend came out. We were all having a good time. He's got a fire going outside. Beautiful night. And about 3 beers in, he just fucking calls me an asshole out of nowhere. He's like, you know what? You're a fucking asshole. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, look at you in your fucking ripped jeans and your leather jacket. We're not the fucking same, man. Like, what the fuck did you just take? Where'd this come from? And he's like, yeah, man, no, you and me, no. We are different fucking people, man. And I was like, you know what, man? This is probably a good opportunity for me to just fucking go. Because I don't need this shit. I came over here, I'm your guest, and it came out of nowhere, folks. Like, completely out of nowhere. I think he was just looking me up and down, maybe had one too many, and just got fucking butthurt for some reason. And starts telling me off. So I'm like, you know what? All right. You know what? It was good. Thanks for the 7-layer fucking dip. I'm going to hit the road. Okay. So his girlfriend chimes in. He fucks off. He blows off, goes into the studio and starts bong ripping or some shit. And his girlfriend's like, no, this is actually how we talk. It's all good. It's okay. Just a couple drinks in. That's how we talk. We just call each other assholes. And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. That's fucked. What kind of friends do that? Unless you're a real asshole and calling your friend out, that's cool. That's fine. If your friend's being a jerk, just call him out. But out of nowhere, and this was playful talk. What the fuck is that, man? So anyway, I was like, oh, all right, fine. I'll stick around for a bit. Maybe this will blow over and we can start talking business, getting into it. Now he fucking comes on out and he's like, fuck, whatever, man, whatever. It's all good. Fuck it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? Is this guy doing crystal meth or some shit? So, we're having a time. Everything kind of blew over for the most part. And about 9 beers in, He's like, yeah, fuck this, man. We are not the fucking same. Look at you. You're only in this music industry for the money. Yeah, let me repeat that. You're only in it for the money. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have no money. I'm broke. And he's like, yeah, you are. And that's why your music's not fucking going on anywhere. You're in a fucking van, man. You're living in a fucking van. And I'm like, it was my choice. I wanted to fucking live in a van. And to be perfectly honest, wouldn't you want to make any kind of revenue from your passion? No, man. I fucking play music to be the best. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, honestly, you could be the best and play 3 fucking chords. This, again, came out of nowhere. And he starts, again, ripping into the way I'm dressed, my leather jacket, my fucking ripped jeans and my Doc Marten boots. He's like, we're not the fucking same guy, man. We're not the fucking... I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck is going on? Who cares? I don't give a shit why you make music. You can learn the fucking scales up and down all day fucking long and never release a damn thing online. That's fine. If that's your motive, if that's what you want to do, that is totally cool. But for me, I want to release shit. You know, like I actually have some people out there that genuinely like my fucking music. So why the hell would I just be sitting in a fucking basement studio plinking away if I don't release anything? Now, to each their own, folks. Some people paint and don't show a damn soul, and that is totally cool and justified because it's your art. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. And that's the joy of having a passion. And a craft is you are your own god when it comes to this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know where this came from. He's looking me up and down. He's pacing, he's huffing and puffing, and he's like puffing his fucking chest out. And to be perfectly honest, guys, I didn't give a shit that he was attacking my character because I had no respect for this person. I don't even know him. So it didn't even matter if he said anything to me. He could have said, you know, you're the most pathetic fucking artist I have ever heard. I will never work with you. You suck. That would have done nothing to me because I don't even know this person. What's his opinion on my craft to me? Doesn't mean a damn thing. So I'm just kind of sitting there like, all right, man, like, yeah, you can have whatever opinion you want. It's not going to change, you know, the way I do things. And if this is your way of, you know, striking up a business deal or a partnership, you're going at it the wrong fucking way. I don't mind constructive criticism. I really, really don't. I don't mind people telling me what works and what doesn't work. That's cool with me. Actually, I encourage it. So, I mean, if there's something I'm doing in my podcast that you don't like, I'm always open to suggestions. I like that. I like bouncing things off of people. And that was the thing, because I was under the impression that maybe I had found a friend or somebody that, you know, was interested in the same things I was. And fucking goes to show you, man, the older you get, the harder it is to meet people. I mean, this guy was completely psychotic, like completely off the fucking rocker. I don't know if there was something going on with him mentally or if he was doing drugs, maybe behind the scenes. I don't know what was up with this guy, but there was something wrong with him. And he had a problem with me. So I'm like, dude, all right, I'm out of here. You know, it was real nice chatting with you. And thanks for the fucking dip. So I get in my van, way too drunk to drive. So I literally just pulled out and parked on the street. But I did not want to be on his property. This is the kind of psychopath that, like, at 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd be stabbing my tires. You know, he'd be stewing over this for a long time for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck, you know, he put in his cereal in the morning, but there was something wrong with him. Something like very devastatingly wrong with this gentleman. So I just fucking, you know what, dude? It's been a blast. Definitely now I got some content for my next episode. So I pull out. I'm a little shaken up too, because as you know, I hate fucking getting behind the wheel, even only having a beer or two. So I'm a little shaken up, but I was, I just kind of backed up and parked along the street, and I was safe, and it was quiet, and it was good, and I just passed out. I was just like, you know what? I need to forget about this, even though it didn't really have a huge effect on me as far as what he was saying, but the driving, and it was just a very strange situation to be put in. It's not like I know anybody for, advice or anything like that in that sense. So yeah, I was kind of alone at that moment. I mean, he was able to talk about it with his girlfriend afterwards, but I was just kind of stuck in the van. So I just passed out, and I woke up in the morning, and I don't know about you guys, but when you get in a bit of a funk. And I know we all get in these funks every once in a while. I was in a bit of a funk. I wasn't feeling too good, So I ended up saying to myself, I'm just going to go up to the mountain and I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a fire and I'm just going to, kind of take ease because I needed it after that fucking wild night. And so I came up to the mountain. I got my supplies. I got my water, propane, got some food, tobacco, all that kind of stuff. So I get up here and I start making a fire and I start feeling better. The sun comes out and it's beaten down. I ended up taking off my jacket because it was so warm. And I'm feeling beads of sweat actually. Because chopping wood, it's not an easy job. You got to be at it for quite some time. And I'm starting to feel good. I'm sweating it out. I'm feeling good about myself again. And Memphis sends me a message saying, I got the new mix of your tune. And of course, after hearing this stuff, it's kind of neat that it's happened right away. Thank you again for that, Memphis. And I listened to it and I'm like, oh, fuck, man, this is sick. And this is fucking great. Now I got something I can release because that's what I like to do. And that's how I do that's how I utilize my brand is I like to release things periodically as well as sporadically as much as I can. So I'm kind of getting pumped about this and we're on the phone and we're chatting this, that, and the other things, some things that need to be changed. I'm in a fucking great mood. And then my phone rings again. And it is the distillery for District 9, Distillery 9. Fuck, forgive me. This is all brand new. This happened yesterday. But it is a vodka in Ontario, Canada that wants to sponsor me. They saw my vodka water squirt video. They seem to like my vibe. They seem to like who I am. They don't care that I'm swearing. They love that I'm living off the grid and doing my thing. And they offered me a sponsorship. So, in the upcoming episodes, you will be seeing me drinking with Crazy Monkey Vodka. And I'll tell you, I drank this shit when I was in Ontario last, and it put a whole new patch of hair on my chest. This shit has some fucking bite. And that is not me doing my job as far as the sponsorship. I'm being brutally honest. This is probably the strongest tasting vodka I've ever tasted. Now, I'm just like, man, this couldn't have happened at a cooler and better time. When I was in this funk, I had to force myself to get out of it by building this fire, building myself up, feeling good about myself, and then, boom, song comes in. I love it. And boom, I get a phone call from Crazy Monkey Vodka saying that they're going to sponsor me. So this is it's the first time I've had this kind of offer, a sponsorship offer, ever. And it just goes to show you that if you stick to something, guys, if you stick to it and you have faith in yourself, that things will happen. Things will come. You can't just expect shit to happen overnight. And I couldn't be happier that this vodka has enough faith in me to be, sponsoring me. And they're going to be doing print stuff for me. They're going to be, helping me with my brand while I help them with their brand. And of course, I'm getting a ton of fucking booze. God damn, man, what a day it was yesterday. And it just balances itself out. Something fucked up like Wednesday night happens, and then something totally polar opposite happens on Thursday morning. It is just a crazy world out there. So if you're ever feeling down, like nothing's going right, God damn it, man, wait till the next day or the day after that. Something is bound to turn around. Trust me on it, because I've been down before, and it always balances itself out. So this is exactly what I've been doing in the last week. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, you're probably seeing the smile on my face. Like I'm in cloud nine, just having somebody have faith in my music, my brand, and what I stand for. So that just meant the world to me. And of course, once again, you guys too. Thank you so much for tuning in to a brand new episode of Life with Johnny No Cash. This has been fun doing. I'm going to get out there while it's still sunny, and I'm going to build a fire and feel good about the day, feel good about being alive, and hopefully I can rest my voice enough that I can get back to singing, hopefully, tomorrow morning. So once again, if you guys have any constructive criticism, if you want to tell me off, you can always email me at lifewithjohnnynocash@gmail.com. If you want to DM me over on Instagram, it is johnnynocashofficial, and the same goes for Facebook. And if you did want to support me, you can either buy me a beer at buymeacoffee.com/johnnynoccash, or you can pick up some dusty old merch over at Bandcamp. And Bandcamp is bandcamp.com/johnnynoccash. We got t-shirts, shot glasses, bandanas. I think we've got maybe a couple, two trucker hats left. So if that's something you want, we are not having these get made again. So you can go over and pick one up right now. So thank you once again for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. And like I said earlier, if you think things are going to shit, just wait a day. Wait a couple days. Things will turn around. Just have faith, folks. You gotta have faith. So once again, thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. And you better all stay dusty. Don't forget to watch, subscribe, like, and comment so this can get better in the outro. So until next time, I'm living in a van playing outlaw tunes. Life with Johnny No Cash. Smoking them smokes and drinking that booze. Life with Johnny No Cash. Where I go, how the fuck don't know. I'm off the grid on dusty roads. There ain't no better way of eating beans.